like ours where we love our SUVs, one SUV in particular hasn't received much love, the Ford Endeavour. Well, this new car is set to change all that. Say hello to the new Ford Everest. It might be called the Everest everywhere else, but when this car comes to India in the next 6 months or so, it will be called the new Endeavour. And we are here in beautiful Chaing Rai in Thailand to take it for a spin and find out just what it's capable of.
When the original Ford Endeavour was launched back in 2003, it really brought with it that typical boxy butch design that's common with American SUVs. So while this Everest, which is still based on the company's Ranger pickup truck platform, now sports cues from Ford's current design language, it retains that macho stance we loved so much in the original car. Even the interiors are spruced up significantly over the previous car and exude a sense of luxury that's usually found in cars a few segments higher. There's lots of leather all around, a 10-inch touchscreen in the center console, and even the instrument cluster features a couple of LCD panels which can dynamically display a variety of information. The spacious interiors also feature a 60-40 split for the second row and a 50-50 split for the third bench, which also has a power folding function in the top spec variant. And let's not forget the automatic liftgate. Overall though, the new Everest really is a cut above a lot of other SUVs in this segment. Under the hood, the new Everest has two engines on offer. Everyday sensibility comes from a 2.2-litre Dura-Torque 4-cylinder diesel motor, which puts out 160 PS of power and 385 Nm of torque. While the 2.2 is set to deliver the best-in-class mileage, for those craving off-road thrills, there is another engine available with the 4x4 version of the Everest. A 3.2-litre 5-cylinder diesel that makes 200 PS of power and a whopping 470 Nm of torque. Both engines are available with an option of either a 6-speed manual gearbox or a 6-speed automatic transmission. On the road, the two-wheel drive 2.2-litre provided a smooth and refined ride. The motor does feel like it struggles just that little during initial acceleration, but once you're up to speed, it's no problem at all. The 3.2 on the other hand has lots of grunt at any revs and should be the choice of engine for all those who love to drive enthusiastically.
I'm driving the 4-wheel drive version of the new Ford Everest, and it's got a lot of electronic trickery to pretty much help it go anywhere off-road. Now, there's a constant torque split between the front and rear wheels at all times, which is managed automatically. But the car also comes with a low-range selector, and that's just a push of a button on the center console here. And it's also got lockable rear differentials. So in terms of capability, it's actually quite high.
The most impressive thing in this new Everest Off-Road Forte is its advanced terrain management system. By simply turning the selector knob, you can tell this car what sort of surface you're driving on, be it grass, mud, snow, or even rocks. The Everest will automatically adjust torque split between the front and rear axles and even throttle response to cope with driving on the sort of terrain you have selected. Then, the system also features hill descent control, which lets you take the car down steep slopes without any need of throttle or brake inputs. And if you want to change the speed during hill descent, you can simply do so through the steering mounted speed control buttons of the cruise control. But even on a mechanical level, this new Everest is designed for superior off-roading prowess from the get-go. It has independent coil-over strut suspension at the front, along with coil springs and a solid rear axle at the back with the Watts linkage for better handling both on and off the road. So whether you're driving through busy urban traffic or on open highways, or even tackling some serious off-roading, the new Everest is quite impressive. Apart from all its electronics skullduggery for off-roading, it's also got roll stability control, to work along with electronic stability control. To minimize NVH levels in the cabin, the new Everest also features an active noise cancelling system. And to help you park in tight spaces, the Everest also gets active park assist. There are a lot of other features too, but it remains to be seen how many of them make it to India when the car lands on Indian shores in the next 6 months or so.
After having spent the day driving the Ford Everest both in its two-wheel drive and its four-wheel drive variants, a few things become very clear. Firstly, it's a very capable car, both on and off the road. And secondly, if you hadn't told me that it's actually based on a pickup truck, I wouldn't have believed it. It's just so refined. It's quite a few notches over the previous Endeavour/Everest, and I think it's quite a few notches above most cars in this segment. Now, whether it does well in India really depends on the pricing, and we'll have more on that as we get closer to the launch date.